This is March 14th, 2023. Smellyfoot Farm. It's my midday check. I'm going to start in the front this time with my video. If you hear a bag rattling, it's because I have crackers for the goats and solar rope light for the greenhouse. And it looks like my dear darling husband forgot to put this back over the kids. He gave them extra water because they keep smashing there, so we've got to get another water for them. They're getting so big. They're going out to the main coop this weekend in a cage, a dog crate. I'm going to set my bags down here for a minute. I'm not taking the gator out, but I'm going to go in and check on the ladies that are laying on the eggs. It looks like I'm missing 3 ladies, so they must all be on eggs right now. Hey there, sweetheart. It looks like we've got a lady waiting. I don't know why she won't go to the other side. You go on, go to the other side. This gal, she won't move, but I do move her to get the eggs. Ohiki, she was laying on 1 egg last night, and I'll probably take whatever eggs are in here and put them over there. Just go to another box, for heaven's sake. Anyhow, they're going to be broody. Dallas said just let them hatch eggs. As you can tell, it snowed last night. Snowed yesterday, snowed last night. After days almost near the 70s, here we are. This morning with the wind chill was 19 degrees. So, freaking lovely. And I forgot my bag. I do this a lot, so, you know, let's just say I get my steps in. Okay. Back on the road. And I almost guarantee that we get out here and Lady will have eaten all of her hay, so I'll have to refill that or give her some somehow. So as you can tell, we haven't tilled yet, but it is time, and the poor husband, it's taxing. It's a taxing job. Our compost needs turned. We're gonna ask our neighbor to come over here with a tractor. We want to turn it and get it away from the posts so he can protect the posts with tar or paint or something. But he has been unable to. He's a sweet guy in his 80s. So as you can imagine, you gotta catch him when he's feeling good. He's usually got more energy than I do, but that's not saying a whole lot. It is nice and toasty in here. We kind of have it set up greenhouse style, and it is much nicer in here than it is anywhere else. You guys got any eggs for me? Let's see. I probably won't get it to focus. Nothing. I use that box to lay in and poop in, but I'm getting eggs. I need to clean that stuff out. Look, the big piles are where their feed goes. There's almost nothing over here. So I get to add that to the job list. And as I expected, Lady ate all of her hay. So I will need to grab some. Wish it would focus on what I wanted to focus on. There we go. But I'll go ahead and give them a carrot while I'm here. Unfortunately, with Snickerdoodle gone, I don't go through as many carrots. And there's, unfortunately, because I would much rather go through carrots and have Snickerdoodle than to not have Snickerdoodle. There you go. She's still pretty skittish. As soon as I go for the hay, she's gonna run. Oh, I guess not. I'm gonna get you some hay. I'll be right back. This video might be too long to put on the Facebook page, but it's not going to stop me from trying. I'm just going to give her a little extra splash of hay until this evening. I got hay all over my phone now. All right there, sweetheart. We bred her, but I gotta tell you, I don't think she looks pregnant to me. It doesn't mean she's not. There you go. She had several successful fall-offs, but drop-offs. But we'll see, and if she's not, then that will be Bug's 4th attempt at getting a doe pregnant. And if she doesn't get pregnant, then I'm going to assume that it's not the ladies not doing their job. And then I'll have to find another buck. And we all know what that means for bugs, is he'll end up in colder climates. And, you know, it's okay. It's what we do here. I'm going to drop off this rope light in the greenhouse, which is, ooh, that's really toasty. I think it may be time to move some cold weather vegetables out here. Good times. Every time I pass this now, I'm quite sad. I know it was only yesterday, but I miss her. Miss my little snickerdoodle and cutie pie down there. It's very sad. She's not as social as Snickerdoodle, so she doesn't like to be held. But we may just start pulling her out and hold her more often and see if she decides to let us love her. Amy Lou, what are you doing? Hi, kids. Hi. Hi, babies. Hello. Amy Lou, over here. There you go. I hadn't even given you that one yet. You just knocked it right out of my hand. Let your baby drink. He's hungry. Feed your baby. Babies. Hi, Jake. Hi, Jake. Hey, I'm trying to pet the babies. Hi, Jake. Oh my goodness. Hi, freckle face. Hey. Gotta trick her so that I can see the babies instead. Hi, freckle face. Hey, Jake. My goodness. Did some investigating and found out that both of them will have horns. We were hoping that they would be pulled. The general was born without horns. I was hoping that these guys would be born without horns too, but they have horns and Holly has horns, so I don't disbud our goats. It doesn't mean that it's wrong by any means. It's just not something that we do. After having, you know, Emmylou with horns, which wasn't terrible, but Holly and Major, I gotta tell you, I've thought about it. Thought about dehorning the goat. Fool rush in. Fool number one here. Dixie got the whole thing. Hey, listen here, tard. Well, can I get the crackers out of the bag first? General. He's trying to get the bag. Would you leave him alone? General is food aggressive. And I had to make sure that Major got one. he doesn't seem super interested. I mean, he wants one, he just wouldn't take it out of my hand. Alright, I'm trying to get this bag open. And when I'm focused on animals, I'm not focusing the camera. And again, Holly's the only one smart enough to just take it out of my hand. So, all right, kids, I'm out. I'm not going to stand there and give you all the treats like I did last time. You know who I think would like some crackers? Would be the ducks. Let me check on the bees. They're not going to be out today because it's cold. And we're going to cover our blueberries this year because I just saw a bird in there and it reminded me. So that's what we're going to do. It looks like the neighbor planted some trees. I'm not being nosy, I just noticed it. But it looks like, you know, I don't see any bee activity. So, you know, they're protecting the queen. It's flipping cold. Emmy Lou, for heaven's sake. We have the baby monitor hooked up and I have to turn it down a lot because she is so flipping loud. If I give you another one, will you shut up for a minute? Hi, babies. Babies. Yeah, he's not interested just yet. Freckleface just, he's his own man. He does his own thing. No, I'm not going to bother the ducks because then the goats will get crazy. I'll give them, may give them some on the other side. All right, I saved the chickens for last on purpose. I'll show you that purpose momentarily. Oh, you know, I had something in that bag that I put in the greenhouse that needs to go in the coop. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab it and give you another look at the greenhouse. Exciting. That's exciting to us, but I'm going to have to pull up on this side and stick some blocks under it so it's even. Anyhow, that's some syringes that I wanted to put in there. Poor cutie pie. I gotta get in there and clean that stuff out. Okay. So, let me dark for a minute. Still kind of dark. I'm just gonna put my syringes in here. I use those syringes just for medicine or whatever. I don't use them for injections because using them for injections after using them already is not a good policy. I had to come to Jesus with Huey this morning, so he might remember flip along. All right, kids, come on. Come on. Let's go. Hi, Houdini. Okay, she's a big girl. You're a big girl. There we go. Okay, I'm going to toss them in here quickly. This is where they're going, and I want them to be more interested in that than they are messing with me. I need to get in here the next couple days and clean this out. You'll see why, but I wanted to explain something. All right, they are entertained. All right, as you can see, this floor is mostly dirt and poop. All that poop and straw that have turned into dirt, or compost, if you will. Anyhow, look at that. This is why I put a tray on the top of the crates. You will look in here. That is red. And actually, it's a Red Ranger. It was our first one, so I just call it red. Out of the 9 chicks he bought, these are the 2 survivors. That back there is Bluebell. She's the only Easter egger that he bought. Is Bluebell, so it's more like blue eggs, blue. It's pastel colored, anyhow, greenish blue. But that red is big enough, honestly, to come out with everybody else. But I'm a little protective. I don't have a comfort level with that. Anyhow, these guys, at least Bluebell, will stay in there. I'll put some of the smaller reds that I have in the garage in with her. And then I've got a larger dog crate. So what we're going to do is larger dog crate on the bottom with a tray. And then this smaller dog crate on the top with a tray on the top of that. And because obviously there's a roost there, I will have to move it to over there or over there. So chances are, since the heater is over here, I will go ahead and put it over here on this wall right there where they're at. So the first thing first is I gotta scoop all this stuff out of here. And I'm just gonna bring the tote that I use for the rabbits and the quail in here to scoop into. I'll just have to take it out a few times. And that's normally how I do it anyways. But they are gonna flap around and go flipping crazy because it's just what they do. Now, the mothers to these birds are, it varies. It's usually a Silver Wyandotte or a Plymouth Rock. But we have hatched so many eggs. There's so many combinations of hen. And the only thing we know for sure is that the dad is Huey. So you'll see a lot of them are the same. Black, black and white, gray, gray and white. But there's this one right there. Look at that. The markings are very different, but it's very pretty. Yeah, these guys are here, the only brave ones, eating scratch while everybody else is over there. So we've decided there are probably 4 roosters. Those 2 right there are obvious. And then we just look around for combs or absence of combs. If there are combs that are red, like that one right there in the very back, and potentially the one next to it, those are probably roosters. And it looks like the one right next to that might be too. But we just wait and see what we can find out. If there's no comb by now, those are pullets. But the combs that are red, those are roosters. So we shall wait and see. You might notice on the rooster right there, the comb is a little deformed. And that happens after you hatch so many, you hatch a hen with a rooster, and that hatches. And then you hatch another bird out of the rooster. So basically there's a lot of inbreeding. And then you start to get those deformities. And your hatch rate sometimes will go down. So we'll see what happens with this hatch that we've got in the incubator right now. We did end up having to toss 4 dugs, so that still leaves us 20 eggs. We've 10 are bantam and 10 are chicken. So we'll see. All right, kids. Houdini! Since Brownie's not with us anymore, Houdini is the favorite. She's a beautiful bird. That's Starling. She's our first girl. Well, the first girl we had left. She's a sweetheart. As you can see, we've got eggs, so that's 5 so far. I have to watch Huey because he likes to sneak up on me. And there's 2 more, so it's 7. I don't know how many's under her, but we're not done for the day, I hope. Yeah, I see you. We have one bird that, when we come in here in the evening, she is sitting right there where all the poop is. And that's exactly what Brownie was doing before she died. So I'm watching that one pretty close. Brownie died about a month ago. So it's not something that's necessarily contagious. However, still, you know, abundance of caution. I believe I said in my last video, there are some gals who are missing feathers. Not you, you beautiful girl. Yeah, you. There are some girls that are missing feathers on their back. The first thing you do, usually, well, come on out, Starling, is you check for mites, ticks, those types of things. Come on. That's all she wanted was her own scratch. And I've done that. We didn't see anything. Matter of fact, I grabbed that one or the other white one. You see it's missing feathers. It's not mice or lice, mites or lice on the tail end. It could be a lot of other things, but on the back, it's because the rooster has been too forceful. So I'm gonna make some chicken saddles, or I'm gonna buy a couple to get me started. You can tell with this gal, look at her. Hi, Major. I don't know if you can really tell or not, because I'm not getting in a spot where I can get her. Right there, you can see. That's the reason that I want to do that, to keep Huey from hurting her. This gal's really puffed up, but it's cold out here. Houdini, man, look at that. She's such a beautiful bird. Houdini! Houdini! She is a big girl. This gal looks like a chicken that we lost a couple months ago. It was my mom's chicken. Her name was Fluffy Butt. She's the closest thing we've got to Fluffy Butt, but her butt is not as fluffy. So, sorry kids, your pool empty. And there one goes. I'm gonna turn on the water for them for a minute. I filled up that pond yesterday so that they would have fresh water. That pond is plastic, and there are slight cracks in it in places. Where those places are, I'm not sure. However, obviously, the way it's turned right now, it's leaked against one of them. So I'll go ahead and turn this on for a minute. Now, I do this thing where if I want to take something back to the house, I drop it in the middle. So I gotta tell you, it works about 50% of the time. Saw something on, I think it was Pinterest or Facebook, that if you use a skid, one that the slats are not this close together, but where there's a bit of space like that. I think my mom sent it to me on Facebook. You plant your vegetables in those slats like lettuce, and then they grow through. So I'm thinking we might do that. I'm waiting to see if the water is going to work or not. Okay, it's working. Hi, Major. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Meh. Meh. He is the only goat that doesn't have a terrible sounding bleat. Meh. I know. And you know, hopefully the new boys don't have a terrible sounding bleat, because even though they'll only be here 8 weeks, you know, I don't want to pass on a goat that's annoying. Heck, I don't think anybody would have bought Holly at this point. I'm gonna dig through to see what I've got going on in the strawberries while I'm waiting on the water. So I did the math last night, and figured, oh, that's cold on my butt. I know there's water on it. Figured that we can breed Dixie in June and Emmylou in October if, you know, if they've got the right body score. And probably Holly in November, because that would put her over a year. And at least they would kid in times that aren't cold as something I don't want to say. Not as cold as when we have had to come out and deliver these babies. We're hoping. Now, that's not a sure thing, but it would be nice. Well, anyhow, you don't need to watch a video of this. So, happy March 14th. I hope you've enjoyed your video of Smelly Foot Farm. Enjoy the rest of your day.